Hi everyone, it's Vanguard. Hope you are having a wonderful day because now we are going to take a look at a wonderful, at a good, at a great, let's decide later, at a game. So, the specific game that we are taking a look at is called Alien Swarm Reactive Drop. So, before we going into it, firstly, this is a kind of remake, remaster. I mean, rather a remake, some graphic boost, because the this one came out in 2017, but the original, the Aliens one, came out in 2010. 2010. It sounds better, but okay. So after some grammarly, let's get back to the subject. So I introduced the two games because each is one of each separately because that's gonna have some weight in this review. So first of all, as I said, the first game, the Aliens one, came out in 2010 and the second one in 2017. But if you look at it graphically, or it received some updates, not gonna lie, but not by the visual standards. Some call the Reactive Drop a standalone game, some call it a remake, some call it an extension. I mean, doesn't matter how you look at it. Just it's like a bit of a newer version of the game. Okay. So now that we are understanding the differences between the two games, let's talk about more the Alien Swarm Reactive Drop. First of all, the genre is a top-down shooter. For game co-op, the co-op part is a bit off here. We are going to go back in later on that one. But it's a tactical shooter. That means it's no, like, you go in, you shoot everything up, and you go out and oh, happy day, like Diablo 4 or some. When we say tactical shooter, that tactical must be in capital letters because oh boy. On a side note, quick take on the sun settings, I like it. That's so creative. As I say, it's a player co-op. Otherwise, you can go single player with yourself and three bots. There's eight characters you can choose from, but there are four classes, which is sergeant, special weapon, engineer, and healer, or medic as you call it. It's a pretty important choice to choose the right characters because, for example, some characters can. There are some tasks that only specific characters can do. Like, for example, there is like welding where only the engineer can do it. There is the when you get infected or such, only the medic can heal you. So it is important to. The best is when you have one of each on your team. And also you can choose your teams and your own equipment if you are playing a single player with bots. You can have a primary, you can have secondary, or besides secondary you can have like a turret or something. It doesn't have to be like pistols or some, you can have two big guns, anything you really want. And also you have a special equipment like welder, medical kit, ammunition, which is very important also to have all kinds of, because you don't know what you are going to need in the mission, but for example ammunition and medical always comes in handy. And when you start the missions, gonna see what do I or what do you or what anybody means by tactical. First of all, okay, the aliens are swarming always, so it's kind of a yeah, shoot everything, but there is team damage, so you need to see, you need to look where to shoot. Second of all, there is team ammo even when you are playing with bots, so you need to either give them or order them to pick up ammo and such. And also, here you can't reload just by shooting one or two bullets because when you reload you lose the last mag. And also in the missions you need to get from A to B. Sometimes you need to defend, like for example the engineer while he is hacking. You can lock up the doors. That's gonna take up some time for the aliens to break in, which is a cool feature, but once they break in they come in swarming, so you better set up some sentry turrets there. And if you run out of ammo you are pretty much done. And we came back for the most important thing of the game and the biggest flaw of the game, the co-op experience, if there is any of it, because the active players is around 400 to 600 players. The active lobbies in the game is around 20, and 10 of them is AFK lobbies, or just open lobbies without anyone in them. So if you are a new player you can't really join in higher game lobbies because they are playing on hard or something, and they just kick you because why the heck not. So yeah, that's a big flaw of the game, because if you really want to experience the tactical shooting, that planning ahead, who brings what to the table, someone brings ammunition and such, someone brings the sentry, you need friends, because the community is strong with this one. They really like the game, the updates are still coming as such, but they are kinda gatekeeping at the same time. So that's basically what's good with the newer version and what's bad as well, because it's keep getting upgrades even as now, even with so little players. It's a free to play game, so you can't really have complain about these such little things. But back in 2010 I bet a much more, it had a much bigger player base, and the game just got kinda old. If you are a new player you can't really get in because it just has its own community, and otherwise you need friends to play. So I mean, it could be good back in the day, but now I think the best term to use here is mid. Not good, not bad, but mid. Listen, personally I don't like top down tactical shooters. It's not my genre, but I can see when a game is good and when it has what it takes to be a great game, and this game has it. This game had it, but not really now, because it's not made for single player, it's made for co-op experience, and you really need a team for this one. So as for my final verdict, I think the game belongs to B tier. It's a very perfect tier for the game. It's not good enough for the A tier, but it's not bad, so it can be lower than the B tier. Okay, that's it about the Alien Swarm Reactive Drop review, or play it and rate it, or ranting or talking about it. Call it what you want. So thank you guys for watching the video. If you are not subscribed, it's a great time to do so. If you ain't liked the video yet, it's also a great time to do so. So thank you very much guys, and see you next time. Vanguard out.